Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. My name's Renee. Thank you so much for clicking on the video. I appreciate you being here. Today is Get Ready With Me Wednesday. I do this every week with my girl Kat. Make sure you guys go check her out. She'll be linked on the end screen and down below after you're done here, of course. So if you want to see what we're getting into today, then stick around because I'll be right back. Hey guys, thanks for wanting to hang out with me for a little bit. So I'm pulling out my Kevin and Coco palette that I got in Ice Cream Beauty. I have my Ice Cream Beauty box and bag for the month of June. I'm hoping to get to it soon. I just haven't had the opportunity because I was on vacation, guys. I have been using a lot of different palettes. I've been using this Natasha Denona My Dream palette. I've been using this Complex Culture palette that I got in Bizy Beauty. I've used this Melt palette right here. I've used this Warriors Wear Pink palette from Gourmande Girls. Great palette, guys. Great palette. Nene 10 saves you 10% on that. I've also used this Tarte palette as well. This thing is great. It really is. So those are just some of the palettes that I've been using, but I want to get into this Kevin and Coco palette. And then we can talk about my vacaciones. I also did my brows, of course. I used my Goof Proof brow pencil. Actually, I need to put a little bit of this Keys Soul Care. It's brow gel, and I got this in Bizy Beauty Customs. I actually am really loving it. And then for my shadow primer, I used this Rude Cosmetics. I also got this in Bizy Beauty Customs as well. So I'm just gonna brush this gel through. I think when they did my brows, they didn't do them the same because this one seems like a little bit thinner than this one when I don't have them done. I also used a little bit of my e.l.f. Poreless Face Primer and this Touch Glorious Unique Primer. And then I did also spray a little bit of the e.l.f. Stay All Night Micro Fine Setting Mist. So if nobody knows, if there's somebody that's watching that doesn't know, I went to Ocean Shores for a couple days with Tish and her son. And while we were down there, the reason that we went was because Debutante came up here to Washington to visit her son, and so she was going to be in Ocean Shores. Well, there was something else we were going to do, and then like we kind of were talking back and forth, and then she was like, would you guys want to come to Ocean Shores? And me, I am always up to go to the ocean anytime. All right, I'm going to go into Fantasy right here, and I'm going to put that in my crease. Maybe I'll just do this, and then I'll talk to you about what I'm doing later. But, so I booked a hotel room for us, and we got down there. We checked into the hotel, and we went into the room, guys. And, it was no bueno. Ocean Shores Inn and Suites. It was terrible. It was god awful. I walked into, the setup of the room is nice. It's got like a whole kitchen, a little living room, and then there's 2 queen beds in the bedroom. Like, it's a nice setup. It's just the hotel itself was not what I thought it was going to be based on the pictures that I looked at. So I was very disappointed. And it smelled, you guys. I'm telling you. I swear to you, it smelled like pee. It smelled like pee. So I go up to the office to tell the lady, I'm like, I don't know what's going on with the room. I said, but it stinks, man. And like there was like just little, it just seemed really old, worn down. There was like, when you go into the room, like where you put the key card was like jacked up, and like it just doesn't seem like it's very kept up. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't look like they've done any renovations on it. So she moved us, And as I'm walking back, because Debutante wasn't supposed to be there till Thursday. I think it was Thursday. And we got there a day early just so that we could, you know, get in the room, get settled and everything, and be ready for when she got there. So I'm leaving the office and walking back to the room to go tell Tish that we were moving rooms. And as I'm walking, some girl's like, "Oh, I like your boots." And I looked down at my boots, and then I looked at her and I was like, "Thank you." And then I turn around and I think she said, "Hey." And it was Debutante, and I was like, "Hey." And like, it was just, she like just showed up. It was so cool, dude. It was so cool. And so I gave her a big hug and we were talking for a second, and then we went to the room because I was explaining to her that, you know, we were going to move rooms because I didn't like the room that we got. And so I got back to the room and she walked in with me, and I told Tish, I said, "We're moving." And she didn't realize that it was Debutante that was with me at the moment. So it was pretty funny because I was like, "We're moving rooms," and Debbie was like, "Yeah, we don't like this room." And Tish went into where she had put her stuff to go grab it so that we could move rooms. I don't think she realized it was Debbie that was with me. She thought it was the like manager or whatever. And so when she finally realized, it was funny. So then we got all of our stuff and we moved over to the other room. And when we got to the door, like, I opened the door, there's a hole in there. It looked like Debbie said it looked like somebody had tried to break into the room. It just wasn't a good hotel, guys. It just wasn't a good hotel. And that room smelled too. So I went back up to the office and I told the lady, I was like, "I'm sorry, I can't stay here." Because I was already starting to get a headache from the smell in the room. And she was like, "Somebody just stayed in those rooms last night and we didn't get any complaints." And I'm like, "Well, I'm telling you, it smells like something. I don't know if it's the paint or whatever it is, but I mean, it literally smelled like cat pee. It really did smell like cat pee." And I just was feeling very uneasy at that hotel. And Debbie said that they were staying at the Comfort Inn and Suites and that it was a really nice hotel. And so we went down there, and the lady there was super nice, got us all checked in, and we got up to the room, and the beds weren't made. It looked like it hadn't been cleaned yet. And it was, I want to say, I don't know, maybe 7:30, something like that. It was getting pretty late. So I went down, I opened the door and I looked and I was like, "Are you kidding me?" So I just left my stuff there and I was like, "I'll be back." And I went down to the front desk and said the room hadn't been cleaned yet. And she was like, "Really?" She's like, "That never happens." And I'm like, "I don't know." I said, "But the beds aren't made or nothing." Like, it looked pretty bad. So she looked into getting us another room, and I was like, "Well, if we can get an ocean view, that would be great." And she's like, "Well, I don't know if I can try to get you an ocean view for the same price." And it went through. So we finally got all checked in and everything, and yeah, it worked out really well. And it was a really nice hotel. Highly recommend that if you're in Ocean Shores, you either stay at the Shiloh or Comfort Inn, because usually when I go down there, I stay at the Shiloh because I love that hotel, and it's like right, I mean, the Comfort Inn is kind of like right on the beach, but not really, because there's like this like brush area behind the hotel that you have to walk through. But if you stay at the Shiloh, there's still kind of like a little bit of something, but the driveway to drive onto the beach is like right next to the Shiloh. It's just the perfect location in my opinion, and it's a really nice hotel. But the Comfort Inn was really nice too, so I was happy that we ended up staying there. Now I just have to call Travelocity because I booked online, and the front desk lady at the the first hotel that we went to, said that I have to go through Travelocity where I booked to get a refund on the payment for the hotel. And then another thing is, like, she said that there's nobody at the front desk after 8 o'clock at night, and I'm like, okay, that's like shady AF for real. But at the Comfort Inn, there's somebody at the front desk 24 hours a day. They had a continental breakfast, which was amazing. There was indoor and outdoor pool, I think they said, but we didn't end up going swimming. The kids went swimming, but we didn't go swimming. How are we looking? And then that night, my sister had messaged me about this Italian restaurant where she had a friend that worked there. So we went and checked that out. But her friend was not working. He had already left, and he's the chef. And so I was talking to the ladies about, you know, my sister works with some of his family or their family at the place that she works at. So I was talking to them a little bit. Very good food. I thought it was pretty good food. So we went and ate together, and then we went back to the hotel and hung out a little bit. Looked at what makeup we brought for the trip and everything. And then the next day we went and we ate a little bit of breakfast, got ready, and then we went to the arcade and hung out there for a little bit. And then we went and got some lunch. We kind of went to, Debbie and her family went to this like fish shack place, and me and Tish and her son went and just got some McDonald's for lunch, and then we went down to the beach and hung out down there a little bit. It was very windy and a little bit chilly, but I love being by the ocean regardless. So we did that. Did we go to the arcade after that? Maybe we went to the arcade after that. Now I'm getting jumbled up. But anyways, we went to the arcade, we went down to the beach, we ate lunch, and then we went live when we got back to the room and did our makeup and everything. And then we went like serial killer hunting on the beach that night, which was very interesting. We tried to there's a trail, like there's a little sign behind where our hotel was that says there's a pathway that goes down to the beach. So we were going through there, but it's really like condensed brush. Like, I mean, there's the path, and then like the bushes and stuff is like pretty close to around you. So you can imagine walking through that at night, and all we had was the flashlights from our phones to light the way. But we got to a certain part of the trail and it was closed off because they're doing some sort of like construction or something. So we had to turn around and walk all the way back. And then we ended up just driving down to the beach. But it was so much fun. It really was so great meeting Debbie and hanging out with her and her family. And like, it was just an awesome trip. I had a really great time. The day we left, me and Tish, we went down to the ocean for a little bit. We stopped by the little gift shop down there to see what was in there. And we got a couple things there. And then we stopped at Dollar General, of course, because we all love the Dollar General, you guys. And unfortunately, that's pretty much the closest one to where we live. All right, so I think this might be good for what I'm doing for my eyes. Maybe I'll take a little bit of this color and blend out a little bit. I feel like my eye shape is like changing fast. But yeah, I had a really great time on vacation. Like I've really enjoyed getting away, meeting Debbie, hanging out with Tish. It was a lot of fun. I had a great time. And I got to try some new makeup. I got to try the Nomad Okavango palette, which I love. And they even, Nomad even shared me out, like, on their stories, which I was like, they even messaged me and asked before they did it, which was, like, super cool. I got a message and they were like, oh, we would love to share. Absolutely, please do. Yay, thank you. Like, that made me feel so good. Like, it really did. So that was awesome. And thanks to Debbie for letting me use that palette, because now I want to buy it. But I just bought another one that she influenced me to buy, and it's Electrum Cosmetics. It's a highlighter, duochrome highlighter palette. Oh my gosh, you guys. It's freaking stunning. Stunning, stunning, stunning. I was glowing to the gods with it on my cheeks. The first day, she left it at the hotel when she went back to her room, and I used it the next day. I just kind of put like a little bit of bronzer in my crease, and then used the one color and just put, oh my gosh, it was so stunning. I cannot explain to you how beautiful that palette really was. But I think this is it for the eye look. Now, what do I want to put on my face is the questiones. Let me get my Believe Beauty. I almost bought another one, and then I was like, no, because I have like 3 of them here. I just put a little bit on the back of my hand, and then I'm just going to tap it on, and then I use my brush to blend it out. My ex-husband is in town for a couple days because he's looking at a room. There's like this house, and there's a room for rent because he's moving back up to this area. It's not in Tacoma though, it's like out further. But there's, I guess, a few guys that live in this house, and they all rent out rooms, so there's a room for rent, and so my ex is gonna go check it out, and he asked if I would take him. And then yesterday when I got off work, I'm filming this on Monday morning. Yesterday when I got off work, he asked if I could take him to the grocery store to pick up a few things to keep in his hotel room that he's staying at. So I went and grabbed him up and took him to the grocery store, and he paid for everything for that I got. I didn't really like get a lot of stuff, just a few things too that I needed to get, like eggs and bacon and a few other things that I needed to get. And I forgot Eggos, which I need to go get that maybe on my way home tonight. Stop and grab those because my son's really been liking scrambled eggs and Eggos for dinner sometimes. So, which, if you know anything about my son, it's amazing that he's actually eating scrambled eggs because it took a long time to get him to eat them. But in his defense, when he was younger, he did have allergies, and so we couldn't give him eggs or dairy, stuff like that. So he kind of got really picky on the food front on what he would try, you know, and it took me a long time. Even though we did take him in for a food challenge. So a food challenge is when you have to take in the food that they're allergic to the doctor's office, and you're there for like, I want to say we were there for 6 hours, but I had to make some scrambled eggs in the morning. And then we went to the doctor's office, and they give you a little bit of eggs, and then they wait like 15 minutes, and then they'll come in and give you a little bit more, and then they wait another 15 minutes, and then they come in and give you a little bit more, and then they just kind of monitor you to see if you're going to have any kind of reaction. And he didn't, and we told him he wasn't allergic, but even though he wasn't allergic, it was still really hard to get him to like try the eggs. And one day I was eating eggs. I think it was on my day off, and I was just making some eggs, and he was like, what are you making? And I was like, I'm just making some scrambled eggs. And he's like, can I try them? And I was like, of course. So I gave him a couple bites of my scrambled eggs, and he was like, those are good. And I said, yeah, I know. I've told you. several times that scrambled eggs are delicious. And so I can't remember when, but maybe a few days later, he was like, can you make me some scrambled eggs and an Eggo? And I was like, for sure, buddy, for sure. So now every so often he'll ask me to make him some scrambled eggs. So I try to make it at least maybe once a week because I know he likes it. He wants me to make my chicken this week. So I'm going to have to go to the store and pick up that stuff too. He loves my baked chicken and my baked mac and cheese. I just used my number 7 concealer. I'm going to have a busy summer, guys. My ex-husband's sister wants me to do her makeup and hair and take pictures for her wedding. And hopefully she'll be happy with it. I gotta fix that. I just wiped it away a little bit. I hate brows. I really, really hate brows. I really want to get them done, but like the upkeep for it, I just don't know if I want to deal with all of it. All right, so I'm going to use my Fit Me powder. And then we're going to Leavenworth in August to check out this new ride they have up there. My sister wants to go up to Leavenworth. She's never been there before. I couldn't believe she'd never been to Leavenworth. If you don't know what Leavenworth is, it's like a little German town up in the mountains. Beautiful at Christmas time. We went up there one year. Me, my ex-husband, and my son went up there like, I think it was at the beginning of December. We were gonna stay, but if you want to stay up, if you want to get a hotel room and stay up there like in Christmas time, you got to book it like a year in advance because it's the place to be during the holidays, for real. All right, I'm trying to curl my lashes a little bit. But it's a beautiful little German town, and they just got this like new ride, and my sister was like, I don't know if she's going to get on it. I don't know if I'm going to get on it, but I definitely know my son will ride it for sure. LYS bronzer is where it's at. All right, let me get my little blinged brush. This is what I use for my bronzer all the time, and I just kind of tap it in, and then just tap right here. Tap, tap, tap. Do a little tap, tap, tap-a-rooney, and then I'll blend it out. All right, I got the bronzer down. Now I'm going to go into, I've been using this My Dream Cheek Trio blush and highlight palette for my blush. I really like this shade right here. I think it's really pretty. So I just dip in a little bit and then kind of tap. Tap, tap, tap-a-rooney. We like to do the tap, tap, tap-a-roonies around here. I think it applies everything much better, and you can just kind of, you know, tap it around and then kind of blend it out a little bit, you know. I think it, doesn't that look nice? I think it looks nice. Tap in a little more and then get the other cheek. All right, then when I get that on, I'm going to use this brush right here, and I'm going to go into this highlighter right here, and I'm going to put it on the brow bone. I'm not sure if I'm going to use that on the inner corner yet or not. I like to use this to kind of diffuse and blend out the transition shade that's in the crease there, and just add a little, sometimes I go a little ham with it. So how's that looking? Really pretty, right? Really pretty. All right, what else do we got to do here? Let me tap this out a little bit. I'm getting a little sweaty this morning, and I have my fan on. It's like sometimes it's like super cold in my house, and then it gets super hot. You know, the weather around here just can't decide what it freaking wants to do. It's supposed to be summer, for goodness sake. All right, I think I'm going to get off of here because this video is getting a little long. I'm going to finish everything up and get all dressed and ready for work, and then I'll come back and show you the final look, so don't go anywhere. Hey guys, I'm back, and the look is done. So I just took the same colors that are on the top and put them on the bottom. So what I used is, ooh, this folds all the way back. Super cool, super cool. Let me get my pointer here, and we will go to class. All right, first shade I used was Fantasy. I put that in the crease with this brush. No, not this brush. this brush and just blended it out just like that. And then I used this color right here, which is Galaxy, and put that on the outer V. I also brought it on the lower lash line. And then I used Fantasy to blend that out. I kind of used Fantasy to blend out up here a little bit. Then on my inner corner, I used this yellow shade, Lovely, and I just tapped that in there. And then I took a little bit of this middle shade. Does the middle shade even have a name? I don't think it does. I don't think it does. Just these outside ones. But I used that to put on top of the yellow right there. So yay, that is the look with this palette. I love it. I think it's really pretty, don't you guys? I like it. All right, lashes. Essence Lash Princess on the top. I used my KVD Cake Pencil for tight line. I used the Say mascara for the lower lashes. I used this Avon Emerald liner for the waterline. For my lips, I used this Basic Beauty. Can I read the shade? Something Soda. It's starting to wear off. I've had it for so long, but I used this to line my lips. And then for the gloss, I use this So Glassy lip gloss from ColourPop. Player 1, I think is what it says the shade is, but I got this in Bizy Beauty Customs. I think it's a really pretty color. It's like a gold shimmery. Yeah, that's pretty. I liked it. Did I do anything else? I don't think so. I think that's it. We do need to spray the face with the e.l.f. Stay All Night. ASMR, maybe? I don't know what it is about that, but it feels so good when it sprays on your face to set your makeup. But this is my look for today. I think it came out nice. Did I blend that right? Oh gosh. Please tell me I don't look like a fool. Although by the time you guys see this, it'll be too late to fix it. So I think that's all right. Yeah, I think it's all right. I used a little bit of my new Cotton Candy Fantasy Spray. We'll see. If I get a compliment on how I smell, then I know it's a good perfume or body spray, and we'll see how long it lasts. But yeah, I got my Debbie earrings on today too, because they're so cute. All right, anyways, I'm gonna let you guys go. I gotta go to work. What time is it? Yep, I gotta leave in like 5 minutes. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for hanging out with me. It really means a lot to me. Make sure that you go check out Kat. She'll be on the end screen or down below in the title description box. You know, she's there somewhere to find her so that you can go watch her video for Get Ready With Me Wednesday, because I love her and you should love her too. But I hope you guys all have an amazing morning, afternoon, or evening, whatever time of day it is. Kat, thank you for doing another week with me. I love you so much, and I'm sorry I was so late watching the video last week, but I was on vacation, so I didn't watch a lot of YouTube while I was gone. But yeah, if you're new to the channel and you haven't joined yet, what are you waiting for? Go down below, hit that subscribe button. It is totally free. Make sure you turn on the notification bell. That way you can get notified anytime I make a new upload, because you never know what you're going to get over here and you don't want to miss out. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, if you like the look, if you like this palette, if you like Ice Cream Beauty Box, give it a thumbs up and leave a comment. Say hi. Let me know that you stopped by. All right. I hope I'll see you all in my next video.